Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the world of Gatia, where the populace are at the mercy of elemental chaos, unpredictable weather, and still lots and lots of fire. Our story this evening, as it does every night, brings us down into the village of Greystand, where we observe the actions and... what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say repercussions, but that sounds so negative.
Consequences?
No. Okay. Results of the actions of the group known as the Measure.
Comeuppance?
Yeah. Damn it. As always, while we are in game tonight, we will not be directly engaging with chat so as not to break the flow of the story and the scenes that we are playing out for you tonight. We do get a short break around the 9:30 mark unless something causes us to push a little further past, and that'll probably be the best time that we can stop and say hello and interact with everybody. And as always, while you're in chat tonight, please just remember to be excellent to each other. What do we got? As always, Anything to mention? I know last week we mentioned the beautiful frames we have now, thanks to 8-Bit. Anything else we got going on? Can you think of anything, Sora?
Discord.
We still have a Discord if you're not in there yet.
Yep, if you all want to keep up to date and in contact with the group, we've got Discord in the Linktree. Linktree actually has all of our socials, so you all can be exposed to us on a regular basis if you wish.
Sounds so naughty.
There are other ways to phrase that definitely... Okay, anyway. Yurko, are you still doing your playthroughs?
I'm still doing Baldur's Gate on my own channel, twitch.tv/theyurko. Next time I'll be playing is probably this Sunday.
Okay, great.
And then other occasions after that, because I can't finish the game in one session.
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
Many sessions, yeah.
In case anyone doesn't know how this works, that's how it works.
By not being able to do it in one sitting, yeah. All right, well, make sure to check that out. And I guess we're just going to jump into it here unless anybody can think of anything else. No, we're all good? All right. Let's see. I'm going to pull up my notes. And I'm going to go ahead and change the music right now because it's a little fast-paced. We'll switch to something a little more
Depressing?
calm.
Yeah.
Calm, not maybe. So, last session started with the party taking some time from the remainder of the day that they had to spend with family and friends. A lot of them with the mind that they might not make it to see the next day after their coming adventure. After spending their quality time, they set out at midnight for Myrna's clearing. And in the afternoon of the following day, when they arrived at the red hot dome that is now, I guess you could call it Myrna's dome, there were attempts to break open the dome. The first attempt by Rena, who used the spell scroll given to her by Callus, which had the caveat of whatever happens to your target happens to the caster. So as the tree died, Rena effectively perished. But through the combined efforts of her party members, she was able to regain consciousness. While this was all going on, Ulrich looked inside the dome and with an amazing nat 20 perception roll, saw the form of Myrna inside the dome doing something. A dome filled of fire. But as he noticed her, she noticed him and attempted to push them back with speared, metal spikes that were essentially her roots that began to repair the hole left behind Amidst all of this, there was a water elemental that appeared, seeming to have some motivation to run towards the dome, but ended up being changed by great elemental intervention, if you will, causing the water elemental to form into steam as a steam elemental. As combat began, a fairly close combat, I think. The party did eventually succeed and come out on the other end of the fight. They all made their way back to Grey Stand, and upon arriving home, not upon arriving home, but the following morning, Theovrin, Tim's eldest brother, came to him because Talia was missing. And upon searching, they unfortunately found the perished form of Talia Tia Thomas. And that is where we left off. So there we are.
I don't like it.
Yeah, not a good hard note to leave off on and now to pick up from as you all stand here to observe this.
I rush to her side.
Mm-hmm.
And 18 on a medicine check.
What is it you're looking for?
Well, big old gouge in her chest, right?
Yeah. Through.
Yeah, already rolled for it. Tim's got the wherewithal to see she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a sort of starting of the autopsy. I want to look for causes, what might have gone through her. If there's any debris in the wound.
No noticeable debris, but a pretty clean wound, though. Not. It was quick. It wasn't forceful. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It wasn't blunt.
And it doesn't look like a chunk was just cut out of her. It looks like it was a clean cut split all the way through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I kind of tilt my head behind me. Ulrich, look for prints, footsteps, anything. Rinna, please help. I'm looking at the tree next.
Okay.
Yeah, Ulrich's on it. Ulrich's.
Okay. So looking for prints, I'll let you two choose. Well, first of all, you could either roll independently, obviously, or one could give the other advantage. Either way, you could choose either survival or nature.
You have a higher mod, right?
I have a +5 to survival.
Ulrich, you can consider this to be in the woods. You are just barely in the woods, though.
Okay. Then I have a +7 to survival.
Okay. Roll with advantage then.
Doing it. Natural 20.
Okay, wow, excellent, amazing. So checking the ground for tracks around the area, there are a variety of prints to be found here. While the wildfire hasn't reached this close to the village, it's safe to say that it is making things retreat from areas they would normally be in. So there's a good mix of animal tracks. There are even some small humanoid tracks, possibly goblin, based on the size. But with a natural 20, it's hard to tell. There's no like scuffle and there are footprints in the vicinity of where she is, but it's hard to tell if they stopped there or if it was just passing through. Time's hard to tell. So
it's hard to tell, like, if any of these tracks were left before or after she died, or...
Yeah. But they are visible tracks. Like I said, it's a mix. There's some animal tracks. No animal you wouldn't recognize, like maybe deer or, even maybe bear tracks. And then the smaller humanoid prints that are possibly goblin. But yeah. You can tell by this that whether they were the cause or not, goblins have been close to town.
Mm-hmm.
That is at least something you could definitely take from this. Yes, Rena.
Forgot Craig.
Forgot Craig. Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. Nope, you're right.
I'm gonna def him real
okay.
quick whenever you bring him in. Hold on. Sorry, guys. We do our separate audio recording, so we totally had a little boo-boo. We shall continue in just a moment.
Hi, Craig.
Hey.
There we
Craig.
go. Okay.
There he is.
Alright.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. If you want to say that again, Yurko, go ahead.
I will say it again. For those who don't know, Craig is a handy-dandy program that we use to record our audio for platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, and iHeartRadio, where you can find the audio portion of our show.
Yeah.
So sorry about that little hiccup, but
Yeah.
we could have this episode now. So.
Yeah.
You said that better than I did when I deafened. I was trying to talk to
So anyway,
Apologies. The tree you were observing. Give me an investigations roll for the tree and let me know what you're looking for.
I'm looking for pretty much the same thing, and I want to see if it looks like the thing that pierced Talia and the tree. What side it might have started on? Did it start on this side? Talia was hit first, and then the tree, or was it from the other side and it hit the tree and went through it all the way,
Okay.
then hit Talia? I also want to look at angles.
Okay.
All right, 8 plus investigation. That's a 14.
Okay. With a 14, I will say that she was the hit first. Angle's hard to tell, but you can definitely tell that it hit her first because the tree has the indent in it. But
Blood
Angle
splatter
is
on the front.
yes, in the puncture into the tree. So, but Angle, you can't tell.
Could I work out the angle? I know about how tall Talia is. Measure it myself and kind of take looks at it.
Give me another investigations roll.
Okay. That's much better. 21.
It was lower. It was lower. It was kind of almost an upward. Almost.
How big was the hole? Are we talking like?
No, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, smaller. Yeah.
Is it a round hole or is it sort of slitted?
Unfortunately, so one thing that's, I will say, easy enough to tell is this didn't just happen a little bit ago. This probably happened the previous day, and it's left time for things to collapse some.
Okay.
Pardon the term. So the shape is not true.
Well, maybe I can get a look at the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Because that wouldn't shape back.
No,
Not nearly as easily.
the tree, the marking on the tree is almost like a point, like a sharp point
Spear.
at the center. Possibly.
Or a lance.
Also possible.
A little goblin lancer on a tiny hog just riding through, piercing
Oh my
our
Stole
beloved
Jerry.
people. Jerry's too tall for this.
Jerry's
Yeah,
too
Jerry's
large,
too
yes.
tall for this, yeah.
It'd have to be like a pygmy pig.
What I say, they were 8 feet. Yeah, bungles are 8 feet at the shoulder, I think, something
At
like
the
that.
shoulder?
Yeah.
Ah,
Wow.
It's like almost 2 of me.
They're
What
big.
what a unit Jerry
I
is.
think that's the height that I said.
Absolute unit.
And,
I'm sure it's
And
not
they're-
8 feet with their necks extended.
I'll have to double check.
and that's average. Jerry's above average.
Yeah, maybe it's 6 feet at the shoulder.
Okay.
I'll have to double check. No, that's with their neck. That's still 8 feet or more.
Unfortunately, Jerry wasn't here to witness this that we know of, so.
Could have questioned the bungle.
We could have.
Wait,
Ulrich's gonna point out the tracks, the goblin tracks. Would I be able to follow these tracks? Can I see which way they're going? Related but separate questions.
Yeah, you can roll again to see if you could tell where they go. It's going to be a high DC though, because it is
Okay.
difficult.
Can I help?
No,
Is yeah, sure, go ahead.
okay. So with advantage, and I'm in the woods.
Mm-hmm,
Is it survival again?
Survival or nature. You could do either one.
So that'll be a 26 on survival.
Oh shit. Okay.
My man.
They head in a northeastern direction, deeper into the woods, from what you could tell.
And we're out to the west, northwest, so they
Mhm.
would have gone to sleep.
Yeah. So they would have. So like, I guess if I do this with my hands, it's not as representative. They'd have. It kind of looks like they followed the edge of the woods to get north of Greystand, because it kind of shifts in that eastward direction.
Right in our periphery.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell how long ago she might have died?
Give me another medicine roll.
Nine plus 4. I think that would be 13.
13. What time is it now? It's morning.
Yeah, probably
at
about
least-
9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's at least 12 hours, if not more. This
Sometimes
definitely
it-
happened while you guys were gone.
Tim, it looks like the fire pushed the goblins closer to the captain. I think she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, it looks like the wound was caused from an upward angle. She was out here to get more south, because I've been dipping into the stocks.
Don't do that.
Well, I'm not saying it's just my fault. It's a culmination of circumstance. Fuck.
I'm so sorry, Tim.
I already got enough hats. I can't put on another one for fucking medicinal supplies and shit. Alright. We're gonna need a new apothecary until I can get this sorted. Tim's gonna kind of clean her up. Clean up her hands, her clothes a little bit, her face and hair.
While he's doing this, what are the rest of you gonna do?
Well, Marissa would probably step up beside him and be like, "Hey, do you need help? Want help?"
I don't know. I can't let my family see her like this, though. Gotta clean up a little bit.
Does anyone have a spare shirt or a cloth?
Marissa would just like tear off the bottom half of her shirt and hand it to Tim.
Thank you. I'll have to bring her to Whisper. It's a good thing she's not that far. Am I cutting out any? I'm talking kind of quiet.
No, you're
No?
good.
No,
Okay.
you're good.
You're good.
You got any other recommendations, Ulrich? Anything else we can do out here for investigation?
About heading into the woods to track them down, but I don't know what that would accomplish, to be honest.
Not much, I don't think.
I'll let the rangers know what happened and that we need to be careful. I'll let the shepherds know what happened and that we need to be careful. We got this.
Yeah.
close.
All right. As for the sake of my family, for now, keep this quiet. Well, as quiet as we can. I'm gonna find a way to sneak her body into the village or anything, but let's see. I've got a spare cloak. I'll wrap Talia in it, pick it up, and pick her up and start carrying her to Whisper.
Maybe a bedroll. I don't know if that might be. You said you have a spare cloak.
Yeah. Bedroll would be better. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah. While they're kind of talking, can I scale the tree? I promise it's not for funnies. I know I don't sound convincing, but
No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say you could do it for the sake of the scene.
okay.
What are we doing? I'm assuming you're keeping an eye out for something.
Actually, no.
Okay.
I want to kind of look for like a taller tree, so I can kind of gauge where the forest is burned.
Mm-hmm.
To maybe narrow our search, because I imagine that if it is goblins that did this, they're not going to be in the burned part of the forest or
Right.
part that's still burning. Just to kind of get like a better idea of how
Okay.
far out it might be.
Give me
If that makes
a
sense.
perception roll.
Okay. Grand total of 8. I can't see with my eyes.
So you know where Myrna's dome is west northwest essentially of the village. The wildfire has burned south of that, and it looks like it's so you're looking at the dome. To the right of it, you could just see burned forest. You can't tell how far it's going, but it looks like you're not 100% sure, but it looks like it is burning away. It is heading the fire is heading north and east.
Okay. So that would be coming towards the village or going away?
Running perpendicular to it. Well, not
Okay.
perpendicular, but
Like along
across.
Yeah, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's almost like the there's like a wall of trees that are just burned, and then going back behind them is where the fire's going. So it's the fire is burning away.
Mm-hmm.
It's not coming towards you. So west to east and then north. But how far north and just how far east is a little hard to tell.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
But it is not coming your way.
Okay.
I will say it is safe to say that whatever is burning, anything down there is coming south.
Okay. Okay. I relay this to the party. Because that was a lot. I'm sorry.
You're good. How could you do this? Okay. What's next?
Tim, are you taking her to Whisper?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll go to the Rangers. I won't mention her name if you don't want me to. If you don't want
No.
me sitting around.
You can. Well, there's no lead in the Rangers, is there?
Closest
Like a
thing to a
leader?
leader would be Viren.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell your lead, whoever commands. But at least for now, I'd like to keep it quiet. My family deserves to know first.
Understood.
I'll go see them after Whisper.
Do you need
Okay.
some company, Tim? Or would you rather be alone?
I'll get this done on my own. Thank you.
Okay.
We're here. If, you know.
I appreciate it. It's all right. I'll get this fixed one day. She may have to wait a long time, but I'll get her back.
Okay.
Ulrich, you are going to the Rangers.
Yes.
Easy to find. I mean, go to the hut, you'll find one of them. Viren actually is the one that's present in the hut right now, so very easy to find. I already rolled to see who was there so as to not slow things down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's there.
Alright. Viren, we might have an issue.
What would that be?
Talia Thomas is dead. She was killed not far from the village. I think it was goblins. I think the fire pushed them out of the normal bounds.
The apothecary, right?
That's right.
Shit. Well, if it is goblins, makes sense. They, I'm sure all sorts of things are being pushed our way. It's so unfortunate.
I guess it's just another thing we have to worry about. I was with Tim. He'd like it if the details don't get around much. So
Certainly. I will keep this between us. I will tell the others that we've spotted some goblin activity and just keep things quiet. But I'm going to pull everyone in to do a full perimeter sweep. We won't say anything, and I will not mention a name.
if you want me for that sweep, just you know where to find me.
Of course, if you wish, you may. As a matter of fact, do me a favor. Yeah. I want you to go get Ricky and Kindle. Just go find them. It's just me right now out here. Go find them and just tell them goblin sightings and that I want everybody on. Just deliver that message for me. Don't bother Sorten. He's still healing.
Understood.
And if he sees you, don't let him stop you because he's very stubborn right now because he feels useless.
I'll sit him down if I have to.
Understood.
Uh,
All right.
I'll air
Goes
it off.
we'll head out. She's heading out the door with you, and she heads in a northern direction. Just not going deeper in, just following the edge. Okay. Before I get to Tim, what about the ladies? What are we doing? Anything? Sora, we'll start with you. Or Rena.
I don't know what to do. It's sad. It's technically a tavern day, and wait, did I go to sleep at home? I don't even remember.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
everybody went home. Mhm.
Okay, so Mom knows I'm not dead. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'll just probably go to the tavern and work because I'm supposed to work today. I probably have to do that at some point, right?
Mhm.
So
On that note, Rarissa, you and Rena usually work on the same day in the tavern, so you're going to do the same thing.
She wants to stop in at and talk. She wants to talk to Cassidy first.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Go for it. Speaking.
Hey, Cassidy?
Yeah.
I honestly can't think of a better time to talk to you about my weapon situation than right now. I have an idea that I kind of want to pitch to you. Since I'm short a short sword now.
Okay. What do you need?
Well, they're back at my house, but I have a bag of bony beaks, and just I drew a thing. It's gonna be easier if I just give you the thing that I drew, and then you can kind of tell me if it's possible, I guess.
Okay. Am I to understand you want a weapon forged out of bony beak?
Yes.
I'm not sure if I'd be able to manipulate that in the way that I could metal. Do you have the drawing?
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, it's gonna take me a minute.
Okay.
I had something to ask you as well.
Oh?
Do you know any of the plants that Talia would have been looking for? Do you know what they are or what they look like?
My knowledge for plants isn't as expansive as what bees like because of Anthea. We mostly just pick the pretty ones and kind of make dyes out of them.
So Anthea does have a little bit of knowledge, maybe not a ton, but you would have picked up on some things. So If you want to do either a nature or a medicine roll and see how you do, you might be able to. You might just know what she would have been looking for. Lick your fingers.
No dice.
Oh my god.
That's my die. So total, I rolled with nature.
Okay.
I got 14.
Okay. Yeah. I would say with a 14, yeah, you'd be able to pick out the majority of what she would have been looking for. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
So might not know exactly where all of it is, but you know what she'd be looking for.
Okay. So we're tracked. Try again. It's, little bit of an idea.
Well, it might be a help to Tim, maybe, if we could get some of those plants the next time it's convenient to do so without any of us going out alone. If we see the necessary plants, we can gather some. It's just one less thing town has to worry about right now. What do you think?
No, I was definitely thinking the same thing, so we're on the same page there.
Good. I don't know what else we could do to help. But yeah, I'll get on that weapon for you. I'll see what I can do.
I'm gonna shoot you a picture since I found one. Because she's probably hand you the drawing.
Okay. Well, while you're sending that message, I will move over to Tim. So you're discreetly moving towards the Triple T Farms?
After I've dropped off the body to
you're
Whisper.
going to Whisper. I apologize. Right, Whisper first. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not bringing the body all across town.
Yeah.
Plus, I think Whisper could make her more presentable.
Right. That is part of what she does, yeah. She, would you have done anything to, hide her face or anything like that?
I put her in a bedroll.
Okay.
I wrap her in my cloak first, and then just to keep the wounds kind of covered so that nothing really messes with it. Because I think bedrolls see some rough terrain in use, probably.
Yes.
Inside of my cloak to try and protect things, preserve. And then put her in the bedroll so that people can't even identify the body from clothing or anything. I want to do a decent job of hiding that.
Okay.
And
well, no roll needed for that.
That's great.
You arrive at Whisper's place of work and residence, essentially. The small hut in which she conducts her work. Wearing a long robe, hood up with her tail, bobcat-like tail popping out of the bottom. And she turns and looks at you as you enter, and she goes, "Oh, another one. So soon. Horrible times.
Yeah.
What happened?"
This one hurts more than most, though. Whisper, I'm sorry, but it's Talia. It looked like a goblin attack. We're passing by, but if you don't mind, I'd like you to make her presentable. I'm gonna get the family. And if you can gather any information, I didn't get too much other than that. It looked like it was goblin. I'll give her a quick description of what I'd found as I'm laying the body down and revealing it, essentially.
She is silent as you say who it is, and she just kind of like puts a hand to her face and nods and listens. And she helps you gently to unwrap Talia, and just she puts a hand on her shoulder, just in reverence, I suppose is the word, and shakes her head. I will do the best that I can for her. I'm so sorry, Tim.
I know you will. Thank you.
Just, if you would allow her, she does offer you a hug.
Yeah.
She just like hugs you and gently pats your shoulder. I will say nothing. And when you are ready, you can, well, give me a couple of hours, perhaps. This is my priority now. And if anybody from the family wishes to come by, I am here. Anytime.
Thank you. When do you think would be a good time for me to have him come by to see her?
A couple of hours is all I ask. After that, anytime.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down right outside. I'll let you get to work. I just need a minute.
Of course. Okay. We'll have some more to discuss later. But certainly, do as you need.
All right, thanks.
Okay. I was rolling something for her. No worries. Okay. So she immediately starts to do what it is she does, stepping outside into the village. You are given this time to sit and process whatever Tim would be doing. What is it that you?
I assume there's some sort of outdoor furniture in her vicinity.
Sure. I mean, there's probably a chair nearby or something.
Yeah,
of that
or
nature.
a bench.
Yeah.
I'll run through it real quick. Tim would
Maybe
probably, Tim would sit down for probably about 30 minutes, and then he'd start looking at the plots. I don't know. He might have his family might have their own like roundabout plots for where they're buried. And then he'd probably go to Talia's shop for the remainder of the time while Whisper is doing what she does. He's going to start kind of organizing notes, looking over to see if she's... I would anticipate that she'd have recipes, instructions, stuff like that pretty well documented because, Tim's her brother and he would contribute to that as well.
Of course.
He's already starting to think about finding someone to replace the shoes or fill the shoes of the apothecary in the village. I've got a couple ideas if you want to get on that, or if you've got your own, you go go for it.
Well, since Tim is taking the initiative on it, before next session, you and I can talk about it. You can tell me what Tim's candidates are for that. Okay, and then this way just gives me, because I'm going to leave it up to you essentially, but I want to know who Tim's choices are. So we could do that outside of session though.
Sure.
While you're organizing her notes, which, while it's not a mess, it's definitely not meticulous. But you know, that was kind of her. She's a little scattered, but she did her best. And give me an investigations roll, please, as you're going through all of these things.
You know what? I'm not using inspiration for that. That's really good. Pretty sure. Yeah, 23.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Anything above
Amidst-
20 is fantastic.
Amidst the notes and recipes, you find her working recipe for a health potion. So the information is not lost. It might not be perfect, but it's getting there.
I copy it into my own books.
Okay.
And I leave that recipe there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That was, I wanted to make sure that we could see if you'd have found that or not, because that was a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely, in the amount of time that you spend there, you get a good portion of it done, but there's still some organizing and sorting to be done. Some things are harder to, I don't know, not harder to stomach, but harder to face. You know, like perhaps bringing pause to yourself as you go to reach for something, and her sun hat's in the way, you know, that she would wear on the farm and stuff like that. Just little mementos of her that would remind you, you know, bring back memories, would give you pause and perhaps move on to something else, so as to not have to look at it right now.
Things like that, little mementos, things. I feel like there's a better term for it, but those of her things that are telltale, iconic objects of hers. He's basically gonna set neatly to the side on an empty counter for the future use. Whenever I'm not sure how they do funerals here, but if there's like a showing or a wake or anything like that, probably have a collection of her. Fuck, I keep losing words. Belongings. Thank you. For safekeeping somewhere.
The traditions of Greystand solely fall on the shoulders of the families of the individual to decide how they want to handle things.
Gotcha.
There's generally, it's a burial, and you know, if there's enough people for someone that's per se doesn't have a family, you know, if it's just a sole individual, it just depends on how many people want to come forth to view witness, you know, that sort of thing. In your case, I mean, you are a huge family, so it's up to you guys, but yeah, it's whatever they would want. So but yeah, so
imagine there's a lot of paper shuffling, times where Tim has to just stop, kind of pulls at his hair, sits down for a bit, paces, and then gets back to it. And that's gonna be the next hour and a half at least for him, probably 2.
What are people doing other than Tim? Rena, what are you doing? You just keeping up your work? You're muted.
My bad. Yeah, trying to keep busy. Shit's sad, yo.
Do you think Rena would be showing that?
Oh yeah. She's also fucking exhausted still, I'm sure. So.
Right.
You know.
And Marissa's there with her by now, right?
Yeah.
Your mother eventually would pull both of you aside and just, are you two all right?
Just looking at each other.
Oh, Mom, we're half left.
Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah, we're just we're taking orders and stuff. We're working.
I know you're working. I'm just watching your expressions and how the pace that you're moving. And it's not like you both.
Just really tired.
Are you lying to your mother?
Yeah. I mean, that's not entirely a lie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not the whole truth.
Yeah, well,
Ah, shit, okay. 15 for deception.
okay.
I was unconscious twice yesterday, and I'm very, very tired, Mom. I'm sorry.
She has a brief expression of panic when she hears you say that, and she's kind of pulls you in and then grabs Rarissa and just pulls her over as well and just hugs both of you, kisses you both on the head. Work is okay. All right. Well, if you need to take a break, take a break. And if it's really bad, go home. You know the Tenwoods won't be mad. Just explain to them, what happened as much as you're willing to, and
Yeah. We will. We will.
Just kind of looks back and forth at the two of you for a minute and nods and squeezes both of your shoulders, gentle squeeze, and nods and all right, and goes back to her own tables. Not horrifically busy in the tavern today, but the usual crowd kind of thing.
Not that this is important right now, but did we make any money yet today? Gotta ask.
Where did it go? I'm reaching for a die that's not there. You both probably made about with tips like 3
Yeah,
electrum each.
I'll take it. I just deducted some from mine because I can't count.
Ulrich, go ahead and add 20 electrum for all the ranger days you didn't get paid.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Thank you.
I rolled a nat 20 for you, so you're welcome.
Well, hell yeah, dude. Rangers making bank.
Cassidy, what are you doing?
Can I assume Rarissa got Cassidy the materials to make the weapon she's asked for?
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah.
So she would just take the little sketches and the materials back to the shop and kind of start planning what she's gonna do to fashion this for Rarissa.
Okay.
Probably gonna thinking of it. Basically, can I talk about it, Rarissa?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's basically like finger mounted claws, so she's not sure if she's gonna want to make it more like a fist weapon or individually mounted to each finger. So she's probably gonna try to come up with some type of framing for the individual beaks to put on the end of the finger, if not something that would attach from one finger to the next, so they're not all just little finger caps. So she's in the planning stage on how she's going to make this work for Rarissa.
Okay.
And if her mom Persephone or her apprentice are in the shop, she'll get their input on it too.
Okay. So this is a normal work day for you. So while your mom's not present, Lissa is. So she's standing right by you, just looking over the illustration and the materials you have to work with, and she says, unless we create some sort of gauntlet, perhaps find a way to adhere it to leather, like a glove. Perhaps Hadrian could help with this. A combined effort.
Yeah, a glove would work, because I wouldn't want the individual claws coming off or
Yes.
effectively disarming her at the worst possible moment. Have to make sure that they're all fastened.
Yes, I am thinking that this will take more than just metal. She picks up one of the skulls, beaks, whatever, and taps the tip, and what is this? Very, very sharp.
Some form of animal beak, I suppose, that she's collected. I suppose she could have asked for metal claws, but we should be able to fashion some sort of filigree for these.
Well, it is definitely effective. It is seems to be very strong. It's not brittle.
That makes sense. This is definitely going to make fighting interesting for her. Certainly different than wielding a short sword. She's quite brave to get in close like this, as would be required to use these.
Yes, it is very. It is sounding very dangerous. So
It's
hopefully she is light on her feet.
I think so. Let's take this and go talk to Hadrian like you suggested. It's a great idea.
Okay.
And Cassidy's pretty much just gonna dive into this project.
Okay.
Until anyone comes to get her, or it seems apparent that she's required at the court.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, you guys set off on your way there to see Hadrian. Ulrich. What's Ulrich doing?
Well, it's a ranger outing day anyway. And Viren wants to do a patrol.
Yeah, and she told you to get Ricky and Kindle.
Correct. So, I'll be getting them. I'll let them know that something's come up involving goblins and that we're doing a patrol. And I'll join them as well. All hands on deck, I say.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long that will take, but
okay. Well, I mean,
necessary.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose the best way of putting it is it could take as long as you want. I mean, a full sweep around the perimeter, if you're just doing a direct just walk around, maybe take like, I don't know, 30 minutes, maybe a little longer to get all the way around, with, keeping a slight eye out at least. But if you're being very thorough and taking your time, it's at least an hour.
Okay. So, I mean, I think that's largely up to Viren, but Ulrich would suggest and be up for being thorough.
Okay.
He'd also suggest at least 2 of them, maybe all of them, follow those tracks that he found, and he'll point them out to the rangers. And follow them, I don't know, a mile or 2, or as far as we feel comfortable, just to make sure that the goblins seem to have kept moving, that they didn't like settle and make camp close to the village at all.
Okay. All right. Ricky and Kendall will both do that. They'll go and hit the tracks while you and Vera encircle the village.
All right.
So if you're going to take your time and just go slowly, I'd say hour and a half.
Okay.
Okay. Would you go ahead and do 2 survival rolls for me?
Okay. Is this counts as in the woods? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you are not within the village.
So I got a 15 and a 19.
Okay. So a lot of animal activity, as I had stated. You hold on a second. There is what was that third roll? 19? Is that what you said? Or was that
the
first?
15 and a 19?
A 15 and a 19. Okay.
Yeah.
You do see, not in the same place as where you found Talia, but on the north end of the village, you do find more small humanoid track. Could be goblins. No way to be 100% sure. You know, who knows? Vorbin walks around barefoot. So you do find a little more of those tracks. Hard to tell how old they are, but you do find them again on the northern end of the village. A lot of animal prints. The animal prints make things difficult. Like, the beasts are retreating and they are just running until they feel safe. So it kind of creates a menagerie of prints, if you will.
I just remembered something. A feature of my natural explorer ability, level 1 ranger ability. When tracking creatures, can determine the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through.
Of creatures?
It says creatures. I could find that was my shorthand. I can find the full text for you real quick.
Okay.
While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. Right. So it just says other creatures.
Right. While tracking, you're not exactly tracking right now. You're just investigating, so to say. Okay. But I'll give you a little more information. The footprints that you find on the northern end of town, it's been a few days, probably. Okay. They're a little more dusted over, you know. Any visible breaks in the tree branches, there are none. So that implies that if they did break through here, those branches have long fallen off. You know, it's not fresh. The animal tracks are a variety, though, of old and new. They are what make things more difficult. You also, on the, let me double check. Okay. On the east side of the village, not as many animal prints. You do find a very large set of humanoid prints, very large feet. I will preface this, not like a giant,
right?
Not that size, but very large humanoid footprints. Maybe 1.5 to 2 days old. Just one set.
They're wearing shoes?
No,
No.
one set.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did Grim wear shoes?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Fair question.
Mm-hmm.
And on the west northwest side of town, not on the path to Myrna's dome, but a little ways off to the side from where that path is that you usually take. I want you to give me investigations. Investigations.
Okay. 16.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Because I just thought of something. You find clawed footprint. Maybe anywhere from 1 to 3 sets. A little scrambled, but clawed footprints, 3 toes. Probably within the last 24 to 36 hours.
Can I tell what kind of creature those would come from? Could I roll nature to tell what kind of creature it came from?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool beans. Still counts as in the woods?
Yeah, you're definitely in the woods.
Then that is a 22.
These are kobold footprints.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hard to tell how many. 1 to
Right.
3. Definitely lots of scurrying. But yeah, that's what you've gleaned from this.
It honestly seems like we're lucky we've only had 1 death so far.
That's a good some good insight on that.
We should keep these patrols up.
Who are you saying that to? Is that just Ulrich thinking out loud, or is he saying that to someone?
Oh well, Viren's here, right?
She can be. You can make it to her. Like, you kind of cover each other's tracks, so to say, the way that she does it, at least. But at the end of your route, you can speak to her.
Yeah, that's what we'll say to Viren. I don't know how much manpower we can spare.
If Sultan is better soon, we can always use his help. If there's someone else that you think could be of assistance in the woods, that could be trusted, one of your allies, perhaps, could always go to one of them. But choose carefully. You know how dangerous it is out here, and I did not even notice the kobold tracks, so I've been doing this for a while now. I've never seen kobolds close to the village. Concerning where there's kobolds, there's a dragon. Whether it's traveling with them, that's different, but possible.
When I was in the woods yesterday, I sensed something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing. I don't know what to call it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yes.
And there definitely is a dragon in the woods. It was within a few miles from me, I think. Hard to tell.
Most concerning.
So, I don't know. Hopefully, I was just sensing the kobolds, but you're right. Wherever there's one, there's usually the other. I suppose we'll have to watch the skies, or whatever they say.
Dragons are capable of many things.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to tell if it's capable of disguising itself. It may be. That creates even more of an issue. But it's not impossible. I was aware of kobold in the forest. I've never witnessed a dragon amongst them. So, but if you sensed it, then it must be somewhere. Well,
Should
definitely-
I was just gonna say we should get in touch with Kendall and Ricky and see if they found anything concerning
Yes.
those goblins.
Let's go back to the hut and we'll wait for them there. Right. Or I can, if you have things that you need to tend to, if you wish to catch up with your ally, Tim.
Maybe I should.
Very well.
Let me know what they found next
Yes.
time you see me.
Either I will tell you or I'll send one of them
All right.
to inform you.
Okay. Stay safe.
Yes, you as well. Tread carefully. And she will head off towards the direction of the ranger shack.
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of the word that you use.
Lodge. It's
Lodge.
a lodge.
Damn it. Blah. I don't know why I can't get that through my head.
Lodge
Alright.
has so much more dignity
It
than
does.
hut or shack.
It does. But
Does
it
it
is a
have
building
more-
without a floor, so
Does
Well-
it have more dignity than court, though?
Quart? No, nothing has more dignity than Quart.
quartz fucking majestic.
Comes really close to court. It's wonderful.
Yeah. All
Quart
right.
is in session.
We're gonna
Episode titled.
Meeting adjourned.
Tim, we'll swing back around to you here as a decent amount of time has passed. Ulrich's been out in the woods for about an hour and a half now, and we can
Tim,
rewind it a bit if you would have, you obviously, I don't think you would have sat on that bench for an hour and a half unless you would have.
No, I was working in the shop, and Talia's apothecary shop. Remember?
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, okay, so we could say, okay. So,
Did he get any customers?
no customer.
Good.
Yeah. Oh.
Flip the little sign closed as I make my way out and go back to Whisper.
Okay.
I assume Tim would have waited till probably about 2.5 hours. Give her a little bit extra time. Maybe even Whisper would need a little bit of time during the whole process.
Yeah. You return to Whisper's place, and Talia's ready to be presented to your family. The wound dressed and covered, cleaned up as best she could, and just looks very peaceful. She is just putting some finishing touches, getting like a sheet or whatever to put over like her bottom half, and she's placed some what look like herbs in her hands that are on her chest. And she turns to you. She's just wiping a tear from her eye and nods. I was wondering when you would be returning. If you are ready, you may bring your family in. That was more than enough time, thank you. It did take a little while for me.
Yeah. Thank you, Whisper. Were you able to find anything else from
the wound was I'm not sure how to phrase it. Whatever it was very quick. Very fast. I can't say if she suffered or not. I'm not sure entirely, but if this was an attack, the impact was very quick. I didn't find any debris other than dirt and perhaps some splinters from, you mentioned a tree.
Yeah, there was a...
And from that, it was very minimal.
Very quick. Hard to imagine that there's a goblin with such prowess that didn't want to take time and enjoy in the kill. They can be pretty sadistic.
Most of which I have heard of are, yes. I think, above all, this speaks to a very sharp implement.
Did you take a look at any of the, Well, Ted would roll this over in his head first. This wouldn't have been anything quite like those burrowing lizards.
No, this is larger than that.
Okay.
This is...
They were pretty sharp.
Whatever this was, it's not something that I've seen before. And
Great.
that makes it more difficult to identify him. Sorry, Tim.
Oh. Please, Whisper. You owe no apology.
Well, she was a friend, and I just want to do right by her and your family.
And it is greatly appreciated. The family doesn't really... I don't think they know enough to see the trouble that you've gone through for this, and I can say for a fact that I greatly appreciate it, and they will too. Maybe not to the same extent, but I thank you.
Of course. Of course.
I'll go break the news to him. It'll probably be a little bit. I'd say maybe expect us within an hour.
I will be here.
All right. Thank you.
Of course.
The blacksmith workshop is on the southern side of the village, right? Or is it here on the northern?
It is on the southern half of the village.
I'm making a stop there on my way.
It's like the halfway point. It's like almost right in the middle.
Perfect.
But that's fine.
As it should be. Well done. Good planning, you two.
You would enter to find Alyssa and Cassidy going over some plans, or working actually on something. It's just the two of them. Alyssa would step away as Cassidy is. At this point, you'd be invested in something along the creation process of this. But Alyssa would step away Yes, hello. It is good to be seeing you, Tim.
Likewise, Alyssa. Thank you.
Is there something that you need? Perhaps a sharpening of trowel?
No, not quite yet. Not as far as I'm aware, at least. I haven't checked in with Theovrin on that in quite some time. But I'm anticipating the farm needing a new bell. So
New bell.
I'd like to get that put into the queue, so to speak. It's not high rush, just a big bell that we ring whenever we need to gather people around or make
How
notice
big?
on the farm. Oh, I'd say probably about 2 feet tall.
Oh, that is a reasonable sized bell.
I think so too. It's got to ring loudly across the farm, so
Of course.
ours is about to break. So
Oh, yes, that certainly calls for a repair or replacement, whatever you wish.
I think replacement.
Certainly.
You're good with payment upon completion, correct? Or do we need to see about getting a deposit?
Whatever you are comfortable with. You are a frequent customer. I will not require you pay up front. If you wish to wait until it is done, then so be it.
I don't know what that would normally cost, so I'll put down 4 Electrum.
Okay. It would be... So, you've had this done before. It was around 10 total to get completed. So,
Bell? Fuck.
it's a lot of metal. It's a
Big
2-foot tall bell. That's pretty big.
Did
This
you
is-
measure it?
It's a third of my... it's a third of my height.
I am the measurer.
But
I
yeah,
am the one who dang.
ding, 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 ding. She takes the money and says, okay, the rest when it is completed then.
Right.
Is there anything else we could arrange?
Not right now, but I appreciate it. If something does come up, be sure to get word to you.
Certainly. And of course, I know you are with group with Cassidy, so when you require, if you cannot come to shop, I'm sure you could pass on word to her if it is quicker.
All right. Thank you.
Certainly.
Good day.
You as well. Okay. All right. Just real quick before I continue with Tim, is anybody doing anything in particular? Or wishes to achieve anything real quick?
Just working on the weapon.
Trying to find the group, trying to get a sense of what everyone's up to.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, please, go ahead.
I think Rena's probably gonna take off of work early
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Tell the Ten Woods if they're okay with it.
Yeah.
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 And then just I don't know what she'd do. Maybe go hang out by the river or something and just chill. Within town. So not in the woods.
Would Larissa do the same, or she stay?
She would take off early and start putting together the list that Cassidy mentioned of like what
Materials, right?
yeah.
The herbs
And-
and stuff.
Probably asking Thea if she was if she missed anything possibly.
That's good. Between the two of you, you can put together the correct list with her help, certainly. She gives you a huge hug, though, when you see her, because you have not spoken to her since you got back. And the last time you spoke, she was worried you might not come back. She just jumps on you, essentially, when she sees you. Just happy to be with you again. But she puts together the list with you, and yeah. She's clung to you for the most part because she was genuinely concerned of your safety.
Should give her a hug back and she wouldn't push her off or anything. Just let her sit by and work on the list together. Like I could, see them like getting comfy in like a corner of the apiary or something for a little bit and just like writing the list.
Okay. Okay, so easily done. You know what? Before we jump into Tim's home scene, let's go ahead and take our break now.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you. right. We're
We got
back
2
in.
minutes. Shit. Oh, 5.
Hello.
What? Yes.
Howdy,
Hello.
howdy.
No, I.
Whoa.
What's going? Are you good, Colby?
Yeah, fuck it.
Are
Okay.
you sure?
Yeah, I was just gonna go get some water, but
Go
that's
get
not a big deal. I will. After I'm done.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going home?
Yep.
You enter the home.
No, I go out into the field.
Okay. Oh,
It's
all
the
right.
middle of the day.
Yeah.
I anticipate most people are going to be working.
Let me pull something up. I need my menagerie reference for your what is your family.
I was running through their names earlier today, and I was like, damn, I really did that. That's pretty great.
You did that to all of us.
I sure fucking did. You're
It's
welcome.
amazing, honestly. I love it.
Pretty proud. Best name is Theovrin. It's
That's
pretty
a
out
great
there.
name.
It is a great name. I love it. You get to the field, and if you'll recall, Theovrin said he was taking the family, and they were going to go search while you went and searched with your group. The only person out in the field right now is Thadwick. Not typically in the field. Usually just, he's the voice, Somebody had to stay behind, and usually it's him. So he's slowly making his way through the fields, pulling up what he can, or weeding, whatever he does best.
Okay. Well, we have a bell. It's mounted
Yep.
on some posts. There's a rope.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a pretty big hammer in reserve for certain situations.
Okay.
Tim doesn't have the stature to wield that hammer or swing it appropriately. This thing is
Mhm.
kind of high up there. So instead, in family tradition, or a spin on family tradition, he's gonna do something else.
Okay.
Tim's going to cast Shatter on the bell, which by itself makes a very loud noise.
Yeah.
On a big ass bell, should be even louder. At least that's my thought process.
Yeah.
I anticipate it'll break.
En route to doing this, I'm sorry. Thadwick looks to you. He says, "Hey, you heard anything yet? Or what's going on? Everybody's still out. Mom and Pa are inside, but the rest of them are still out running around.
Where? Sorry. Where are they, Thadwick?
Well, they I ain't completely sure. They were going off to go talk to the Rangers for a bit. I know that was their original intention. They was sticking together, though. I don't think they were splitting up.
They should
They
go
can't
better
be that far.
go out into the woods.
Well, I don't know if they went out into the woods. I don't think that was their
You-
goal.
You might want to cover your ears, brother. This should do it.
He covers his ears.
That's 18 damage.
Well, this is an old bell, so I imagine it's been around for a while, and
They can
As the-
typically last generations. Yeah.
yeah, typically, yeah. This one has lasted a couple, and but this spell kind of does it in as the spell hits, and it's this ding, this loud shattering noise, that has this kind of noise that reverberates from this location. And he's just kind of like wincing, goes, "Damn, what the hell?" He's clamping his ears tighter. And your parents immediately, you hear the door just like smash open. Your father, who is a mountain of a man who practically blocks the doorway when he steps into it, he sees you out there with you raise your hand to cast your spell or your staff. He just sees you standing out there, and he's not a fast man in his later years, but he's moved with some purpose. And what's going on? The hell was that?
Well, you know how when we get big news or something real big's happen, we really ring that bell.
I think it's time for a bell, Tim.
Yeah, well, I got a new one on order. We got some bad news, Dad.
Mm-hmm. He's not speaking, he's just looking at you, and he doesn't want to ask, but he's listening. And your mom's come out and she's clung to him.
I don't want to have to say this twice. So I don't know if I can. So we'll wait for everyone to get here. I think that ought to have been loud enough for Theover and the rest to hear it.
And within a minute or so, they do come running. The bell's distinct to your family. So they are there in short time.
All right, everyone's here. I went looking for our sister this morning after finding out Theover that she'd been missing. Grabbed a couple of my compatriots, whole group actually. We very happy to help look for Talia. We found her. She was on the northern side of the town, north by the river.
Hear your mother she's listening. She goes, no.
And we're still not sure what caused it. Nothing's real clear, nothing's real definite, but she's dead. She's at Whispers right now. Whispers done more than her due diligence, and she's cleaned up, and she's ready. So, if you'll all follow me, we'll go see her.
They all they're silent and they're listening. When you say the words is when it hits, when it really hits, because actually hearing it is the hardest part. And your mother just starts to cry into your father's chest, and the twins, even Theo, just start to.
Tim's trying to hold himself together, but I imagine he's got some tears in his eyes right now.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
He's been casting prestidigitation all day. But he's not casting it now.
Mm-hmm. And they would, if you would lead them all, they would follow. Which, I will say, gains a little bit of attention. The family's well known, and they're not usually in such a state. So,
Well, the rest of the village can know now.
yeah,
They can draw their conclusions.
yeah.
Tim just wanted them to,
Hear it first, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
other than
And-
those that needed to know, like
Mhm.
Whisper and the measure.
Mm-hmm. And such has been done. They all follow you to Whispers, and again, just another wave of emotion. Hearing, seeing. It's like a shockwave, twice. Just hits the heart. And eventually, however long you all stay there, your siblings filter out one at a time, not all at once, as long as they can stand to be there to take in this reality. And your parents being the ones left in the end. And your dad, who's had some resolve for most of this, now teary-eyed, he puts his hand on your shoulder and gives it a squeeze before he pulls you in. He just, thank you, boy. You did good. Thank you. Thank you for finding her.
Tim's bawling right now.
And he won't let go until you're ready.
It's a soft mutter of "I'm sorry."
It just
Eh.
causes him to hold you tighter.
We'll close that scene there.
Okay. All right, measure. I'll give you a minute.
The only thing that held me back from crying was the fact that I spent like an hour on my makeup.
You can do that? You can just turn it off?
Not
Force
really.
of will.
Yeah.
Force of will.
Dub it down.
Yeah.
Now I'll go get my water.
Okay.
Yes.
You earned it.
Rena's probably still hanging out by the river, just chilling, trying to get some air that's not smoky. A lot. Not as smoky, I guess.
Less smoky
Yeah.
today than it has been, which you could discern is from the fact that you see the fires burning away from the village.
Right.
What's everybody? I'll just start with Rena. You're on the bridge, just taking your time. Tim's with his parents until he's ready to leave. What about Ulrich? What's Ulrich doing right now?
So, Ulrich's plan was to try to reconvene with this was the measure in general, but everybody's all kind of split up. He'd probably start by going to the tavern,
Mm-hmm.
and neither Renan nor Rarissa are there, correct?
Yes, but hold on one second. Let me see if I'm saying this correctly. Where is? I would say that on. Oh wait, wrong map. Wrong map. Yeah, neither of them are there. Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. Is this not on here? Oh, okay, there it is. Sorry. Yeah. So neither of them are there. Their mother would have told you that they left early. She tells you like they were really tired after whatever you all did yesterday. That sort of thing, and so they've gone out. Just not sure where.
All right. So now Ulrich has to think. Cassidy's probably at the forge at her place. Right, like going down the list, thinking about where everyone might be, and then, on the timeline, would he have seen the Thomas family procession, so to speak?
Yeah, probably. In your search for the rest of the measure, yeah, you would have seen them.
Okay. So, I don't know if, like, Tim would have noticed him just crossing paths across town, but Ulrich, either way, he's not gonna
Interrupt what they're
he knows
doing.
what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, next place he checks is probably going to be the river.
Oh, yeah, I mean, she's sitting on the bridge, so she's one of two blue people. It's pretty easy to spot her.
Well, maybe not if she's by a big old body of blue water.
Hey, do I blend in?
Maybe she'd blend in with like an aerial view.
Yeah.
I'd struggle to find her with my drone.
There's a disembodied pair of clothes hovering on the bridge.
So yeah, Ulrich will. I mean, first he'll stand back and he'll let the Thomas procession pass, and afterwards he'll head to the bridge. He'll give Rena a nod. Say, you seen everyone else? Is everyone just, I don't know, doing their thing?
I think everyone's just kind of doing their own thing. Marissa and I went to the tavern for a little bit, but I'm just so exhausted. And sad, obviously. So, they said we could go home or leave for the day. Words are hard tonight.
What do you think that we should do as a group?
I don't know. I have no idea. She just shrugs.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at too. Mind if I sit down?
There's plenty of bridge.
So is this what you do every day? Ulrich will, he'll sit down at the bridge and he's looking out at the water. You're like, is it just this, but with a fishing pole in your hands?
Yeah. Yeah, most of the time. It's nice.
Definitely sounds uneventful.
River makes
And
it
in this,
eventful.
I see. I don't know if it's the time, but I don't know what else to talk about. The Rangers, we're going to be, well, hopefully we're going to be doing more patrols than normal. Make sure something like this doesn't happen again anytime soon. We did a loop, and there's a good number of tracks that make it suggest that we have, like sentience and semi-sentience around. Might be a problem. So, if you want to head out one of these days, I know you're busy already, but you can consider it trial period. see if you want to be a ranger after all. I don't know how serious you were about that, but you are a good fighter, and we could use the help. So,
well, before it was like a 50-50, it was whatever happens, but now I almost feel like I should help, and like I need to. So yeah, I'm used to being up early mornings anyway, so it shouldn't be much of a change.
all right. Well, I usually would take tomorrow and the next day and the day after that off. But if we're doing extra patrols, maybe you can find some time.
Okay. Yeah. I do fish tomorrow.
We're fucking scheduling in our D&D game.
Yep.
God damn it.
Scheduling is the main antagonist to every
Mhm.
session.
Really is.
We've just furthered that by putting it inside the campaign.
Yep.
Mhm. God damn.
Maybe the day after.
That should work.
Okay.
How about how's Marissa? Do you know where she's at, or
Did Rusa tell Rena where she was going?
Probably.
Okay. Apiary, right? Yeah. I think she went to the apiary. I know they have to fix the bees. I don't know anything about that, so more power to them. I don't know how long that's gonna take. So
they should probably have a ranger with them.
you think so?
That apiary is basically in the forest. If
I
they
mean-
could get
It's the furthest from the village out of all the buildings. It is partially surrounded by trees.
if they can get as close as they got to get Talia, then
Luna, why are you making that face?
It's listening. Just
Okay.
listening.
I mean, I can go stay with them. I know I'm not a ranger, but I can sort of handle myself. So
if you think so. I mean, I know that this is going to sound insensitive, but we still have a very serious problem that we have to take care of, regardless of everything that happened today. I don't know when, but we all need to talk about that still.
No, it doesn't sound insensitive, but I have to ask which problem, because there's like 20 of them.
The big problem. The big, fiery problem in the
Okay.
woods.
Yeah. Yeah. When I climbed that tree, it looked promising, at least in terms of the village safety. But I know we
You
really
mean the
need-
fire?
Yeah, the fire. I know how to talk. I'm sorry, I'm tired. It's in and out of character. And obviously Myrna is something.
She's doing something in there. I don't know. I don't like it, and I don't know. It's starting to feel like we just have to wait and see whatever terrible thing is about to happen, and I'm not excited about it.
I felt the same way. So I'm glad that, you know, hearing you say that kind of confirms how I'm feeling as well. I don't know how you feel about the dome and Myrna, but I don't think that we can deal with that alone with just our group.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Even if we could get inside, it's I don't know what to say. It's too hot in there. We can't do anything.
Even for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like I wasted our one chance with that scroll. At least to get in there and to maybe do something. But
Well, you did what you thought was best at the time.
we just need Hadrian to build us a giant bucket of water. That'll help, right?
Yeah, I think that will solve pretty much every problem that we have at the moment. I can't believe I didn't think of that sooner. I'll go get Hadrian right away.
I'm sorry, I'm just fuck.
Oh, fantastic.
I would like to submit pudding to the Bucket Council.
Oh my god, yes.
God, that would stink.
Oh my god, burnt pudding.
It'll
Oh.
caramelize. We'll get hard
Oh.
candy.
Ooh.
And then
Yeah.
ash.
Just a little.
Mhm.
Jokes
Death by
aside.
vanilla.
Jokes aside,
Um,
I'm interested in hearing this.
I have no idea what to do. Ulrich, I have no idea.
Ulrich loves when you put the jokes aside.
I don't know what to do either. But something's gonna happen soon, I think. And then it's just up to us to try. And I don't know. We might not succeed, we might not make it. It's just how this goes.
Yeah. I think focusing on patrols and then I don't know, I mean enforcing some sort of time frame where people can't like be out just to
That's called a
monitor.
curfew.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just being funny. Being stupid, being Rena.
Being tired.
Yeah. And just making sure the village is protected and focus on that for now. Then just see what happens with the tree. Great ball of fire that we created.
Rena,
Yeah,
I thought you said you didn't know what to do.
I
But
don't.
that sounds like a pretty good plan to me, all things considered.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to do about the tree, but
Sometimes figuring out what you can do is about figuring out what you can't do and being okay with that. I know I sound like a massive hypocrite, but
No, you don't. You don't. This makes sense. I don't know who we talked to about enforcing a curfew.
probably the shepherds.
But nobody goes out to the village, or out of the village, the hot spring. Like, I know I'm a little rebellious, but I know my limits, and this is my
Right.
limit.
You know, though, that is already a rule that we have.
What?
That you need a ranger to go out into the woods.
No.
It is shocking.
Oh.
People
wow.
don't realize this.
I had no idea.
I wish someone would tell them more often that we have that rule.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, like, we really mean it this time.
We really mean it this time.
We're serious, guys. This time it's real.
All those other times, Ulrich said, "Don't go out in the woods without a ranger." That was his famous sense of humor. I was Ulrich just being real silly.
Wouldn't be my first descriptor of Ulrich.
The comedic genius.
But I know
But
obviously
yes,
ranger. We need rangers out. No picking flowers, no fishing outside of the lines like we used to. Definitely not do anything like that.
Sounds smart.
Character growth.
For now. Just wait until the forest, or at least the outskirts, are relatively safe again.
All right.
Sucks.
Well, yeah, today sucks. I don't have anything to add. I just agree with you that today sucks.
That's valid. Should we go check on Tim? Or maybe wait?
I genuinely don't know. He has his whole family. Maybe we could let him come back to us when he's ready.
That makes sense. And scene.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Sorry.
It's starting to push later into the afternoon. Tim, your parents' wish is to have her buried in where other generations of your family have been put, essentially. And that will take place in 2 days. We can fast track to that if there's anything everybody wants to do before those 2 days come to pass. It's up to you guys. Fast track to 2 days, or Cassidy, Marissa, I didn't quite get to you two yet. But if the group wants to do something between now and those 2 days, we can get that cranked out real quick.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Cassidy.
How do those 2 days overlap with the envoy's departure? Last I heard, specifically, we were at 4 days out. So if we fast forward 2 days, how far are we?
Looking. Hold on. I'm checking the calendar.
I don't see departure on the calendar. At least for us.
Right. Yeah, I know. I would have had it hidden. I guess it didn't say. Well, there's still a few days that you're aware of post those two.
Okay. Well, I would just say that Cassidy's probably gonna dive into her work as much as she can at the smithy if we're not out doing patrols and offenses and such. And I would like to say that I'm sure between the lot of us, we would have consulted with the leadership at some point.
Okay.
Put the curfew to their vote/knowledge.
Cassidy, so when you're not speaking, though, you are going to spend time at the forge working on Marissa's weapon, correct?
Yes.
Or weapons.
Yes.
I would like you, you have smithing tools, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want you to give me a strength roll plus your proficiency. Would this be a project you would take on by yourself, or would you be requesting Lissa's assistance?
I would probably do it myself,
Okay.
just because the shop would have so much going on right now that I'm aware of. I mean, she could be helping with minting coins, orders, and just general ongoing stuff that might be required around town. So
my fish knife.
Fish knife.
I forgot about that.
So I'd let her and Persephone kind of focus on whatever else the shop needs to do, and I would take that custom project and try to barrel through it myself.
Okay, all right. So I want you to give me 3 of those rolls, okay? It's going to be your strength plus your word that I just lost.
Proficiency?
Thank you, yes.
Okay, so we're starting off strong with an 8. A 21.
Okay.
And a 12.
Okay. Remind me, what is your spell casting ability?
Wisdom?
Can you roll me a d20 with your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier or my spell casting?
Spell casting.
So that would be 23.
So it's been a while since you've really crafted something. Like you've been working on the buckets, mundane tasks essentially. But it's been a while.
The daggers a couple days ago.
That was more than a couple days ago. That was
several days ago.
Almost a week now. Actually, we'll say roughly a week now. And a lot's happened. You've all been in a lot of confrontations, a lot of battle-focused confrontations, and you yourself have called on the elements more than anybody, and used the elements in your strikes to take down these foes. You took down 2 elementals, strong elementals, using your ability. I want you to give me one more roll with your spellcasting modifier as your smithing tools appear to be imbued with some sort of natural magic.
13.
15. Okay. You bring down the hammer and the power dissipates from your tools that you feel, but this this weapon is complete. I will send you the details real quick, Luna. Yep. There you go. Essentially, you would have a knowledge in what you have just done. You have created something that is now imbued with some kind of magic. You don't feel the energies anymore, but you have put them into this item.
Can I see it?
Can you see it?
Yes.
Oh, the for what they can do? Yeah.
Did we just discover +1 weapons?
I think she's
Ooh.
got one already.
Cassidy, you're gonna be so fucking busy.
Oh.
Can I have a +1 serrated fishing knife?
No.
Oh,
Can I have a
no.
+1
Okay.
longbow?
I edited that just slightly, Luna.
I still need to get my quarterstaff from this ironwood bitch.
Yeah.
Make that a +1.
I'm looking for your DM so I can send it to you. I don't know why. Oh, there you are. There you are. Okay. Good.
Yeah, so I examined the weapon I've created. What kind of weapon would you classify it as? Like,
I think fist weapon is the
Fist
best
weapon?
way to categorize it, as it's something she wears on her hand.
all right, so I'll check it out. I'll show Lissa, and take it over to Rarissa.
And if you wish, Cassidy, to name this piece that you have made, you may.
Oh. I'll let Rarissa, because I'm the creator. I'm not sure how she wants to
Okay.
to call it.
No worries.
Would you call yourself the originator?
I would not call myself that. No, seems a little.
Weighted?
A little blasphemous.
Yeah, I was thinking blasphemous, but not quite sure if the originator's an entity truly. But it seems a little improper to take that title.
And you would be able to find Rarissa at the apiary with Anthea. Easy enough.
All right. Well, I'll bring them in, carry them in both hands, and without words, I'll just hold my hands out to Rarissa when I enter the apiary.
I'd be like, oh, guys. Oh. And she would go up and be like, mind? Like holding her hands out, like, can I hold them?
And they are yours.
She would take them and be like, whoa. I'm gonna have to practice with these. I'm gonna have to practice a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. I wasn't sure about the beaks at first, but they do seem to be quite effective. Hopefully they're being that they're a natural material instead of a forged material, they are used to this kind of blows and pressure.
That's the hope. Guess we'll find out.
I can't wait to see them in action.
I was such on a roll, I forgot to ask you how much you even wanted for these.
Oh, that's a good question. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Well, not that I don't want to go out in the back and try these out like right now. But I need to focus. I was going to come and find you and Alric and Renna. And Thea and I put together a list of what you had suggested. Gonna kind of see if anyone was up for maybe going ahead and gathering stuff and adding some things to it. We can use one of the baskets here from the apiary and kind of put together a gift for the Thomas family overall.
I know where a lot of these are too, so I'm gonna come and help as well.
That sounds good.
Obviously, we can put like the herbs aside specifically for
Yeah. Just, make sure we bring Ulrich along or someone else if he's busy. I don't want to add to this town's problems by going and getting ourselves lost worse.
I definitely think we should go together if everyone's up for it.
Yeah. Good. Hopefully you won't have to field test your new weapons before you get to practice with them.
Well, I'm definitely bringing them, regardless.
That was a fun project. Challenging. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. She would kind of would there be like a belt attachment to get them like on, or because I'm assuming not snaps, right?
Kind of like a it would be like a glove, like a leather,
Full-on glove,
like a
okay.
glove that has a snap on it, or some sort of, not a snap, but like a buckle sort of thing
Yeah,
around
that's
the
what I was
wrist.
wondering.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. She would probably like find a place on her belt to like snap them around.
Yeah, it's doable for sure. So, all right. Are we, Tim? What would you spend the rest of this day doing?
Several things.
Okay.
To make arrangements and also to talk to the measure. The night of. He'd probably go to the tavern and keep an eye out for them.
Okay.
He'd assume that that'd be the best place to find them. I'm not sure how far the court is, but the tavern's typically a pretty good place to try and meet people up at.
They do seem to
otherwise
gravitate towards there. Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, he'd probably make a couple rounds to try and get everyone together and relay the information that he got from Whisper.
Okay. Do you all think you'd have gravitated towards the tavern toward the evening time?
Which night is this?
We're still on the same night.
First night, the day of Talia's discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah. After working at the forge, I'd probably head over to the bar. It wasn't my usual haunt before the measure became a thing, but becoming that.
What about the rest of you? You think you would have ended up there?
Probably.
Probably
Yeah.
at some
That's-
point.
Yeah,
Okay.
that seems to be where we convene.
Okay. Well then, go ahead. Have you all eventually
Roll in.
Mhm.
roll in one at a time. If
See
Marissa
Rena.
would have her, Anthea would be following her as well. What was that, Rena?
I was like, you just see Rena at the bar like this.
Oh, with her head in her hands. Mm-hmm.
I realized half of my head was off camera.
No, it's appropriate.
Ironic that you left early and then came back later.
Left work early, came in to get drunk early.
She's not drinking today.
No?
No.
I would say that you all noticed him as well as you enter.
He looks over, waves, and beckons you.
Alec will you had a table, Tim?
Most likely, yeah, in the corner.
Alright. Alec will take the seat across from Tim.
Allow me.
Oh, hey, perfect. That's exactly where I wanted to be. Now get Lennar out of here.
Yeah,
I am getting Lennar.
Get him out of here.
Out of here.
Where's my sister? Okay.
Here.
All right. Just gonna rubs his eyes. Okay. I had a conversation with Whisper after she cleaned Talia up. She was able to get a little bit from the wound as well, but not a whole lot. I wanted to be sure to let all of you know. I'm not entirely sure it was Goblin. Whatever killed her, it was very, very quick. And it didn't seem to be as messy or sadistic as I'd expect goblins to be. You know, they can kind of play with whatever they're hunting or going after their kill. And given how it went straight through and then to the tree, it seemed to be something of smaller stature, but it was quick. So if it was a goblin, it was very well trained and pretty deadly. Something else we need to be aware of out there. And the rangers as well.
We've done a loop. There's a lot of activity, a lot closer to the village than we'd like. So
Yeah.
I
should have thought of that.
I suspect that there are goblins. Don't know if they're responsible for what happens. I also know that there are kobolds out there and some other things that I'm less sure of.
Kobolds. Are those a common thing for us?
GM.
Not particularly. As a ranger, Ulrich, you've probably heard of them once or twice. But to be close to the village, extremely uncommon within your recent history, within knowledge.
Mhm.
So,
Most of the villagers don't even know that there are kobolds in the woods, but there are. We've
correct.
pretty much never seen them this close.
We should have fucking thought of that.
How could you have?
Well, if I'd taken a minute to think about the implications and the consequences of a massive forest fire, clearly all the wildlife and denizens of that forest are going to flee. And we could have warned the village and helped them all out. Of course, some people don't listen.
I know they don't. Tim.
Look, I'm doing what I think is best in my own mind to try and prevent further issues and mistakes, tragedies, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to be perfect, but it doesn't mean I can't strive for it.
So what are we gonna do?
I don't know. There's no quick and easy solution. All of this is just going to take time. We're going to have to roll with whatever other punches we get. We've got a dancing tree lady in a molten metal wood dome trying to bring about the end of the whole world. And it started right outside our door, so that's great. I just lost my best friend. There's goblins, kobolds, and who knows what else out there. I don't have answers right now. I'm gonna need to sleep and think. Oh, and we lost our apothecary. I've got some ideas for finding a replacement, but it's not gonna be easy. I might have to train them. I gotta get rid of some of these hats. Might be doing too much. How's y'all's day been?
Long.
I know a few of us have been dealing with a lot of the same frustrations. Feels like there's only so much that we can do in the moment.
Well, I know when it comes to my smithing, I'm relying heavily upon my mother, who trained me and my apprentice. Pretty much a full smith now anyways. But perhaps the more we are pushed into the measure, the more each of us needs to rely on co-workers, village mates, if there be any, to help with the more mundane roles that we fill. Like Tim, I don't know if you have anyone who could take over the teaching, perhaps your farming responsibilities for a little while. You need a few less.
Well, I really hate to suggest it, but the teaching could probably be passed on to a tree spark. She already gets a congregation. If she could include some actual education in as well, I think that would be pretty great, and I can write up a curriculum. I've already got her lot written out, and she could just go off of it. Or someone else could step up. And I've already been thinking about how to break the news to the family that I think it'd be best if I stepped away from the farming. Because I think we're going to be needed more and more. We're especially needed now, and I can't balance all of these things at the same time.
So it's a lot. We didn't really think that through, I guess. But it takes a village, you know. There's people here who can hopefully do what we did.
And before I forget, thank you all for being there and helping. It means a lot. I've got some more arrangements to make. I shattered the bell at our family farm. We typically only really go and work to break it whenever something pretty bad happened, as a marking of sorts. I used a shatter spell on it, and it quite literally shattered. And I've got an idea. I think we'll use that as a sort of grave marker for Talia. I'm going to have to talk with Tallulah, though. I'm going to need her expertise more than anything. And
Shattered a metal bell with a spell?
yeah, it was getting pretty old anyway. Put in a new one, new order one. Turned out a little bit better than I thought. I didn't think it would break that much. But a little poetic. The service will probably be announced tomorrow morning, and it'll happen the following morning. If y'all would like to be there, you're welcome to. If you'd rather not, that's understandable as well. I know Talia held a pretty important place in the village, so I think we'll have it kind of open. Pretty open.
I'll be there.
Thanks. I wish you all a good night. I'll move on. Down my ale and walk out.
Get some rest, Tim.
Maybe one day.
And where's Tim going as he's departing?
He's going back home. He's got to collect the bell, the shards of the bell.
Okay. It is getting late. As you're out in the field retrieving the pieces of the bell, you hear someone.
Mr. Thomas.
Piety is standing nearby.
Oh, good. You were next on my list. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I'm sorry. I totally mentioned the tree in front of the other envoys, not just you. I'm terribly sorry. Whatever plans you might have had or things you might have had in the works, if I messed that up. We tried to get in, and she was doing some sort of motions, and I'm saying all this while I'm picking up the pieces. Almost looked like a dance, I think they said. And she sealed up the dome.
Tim. All right.
Yeah.
Relax. You have had a lot on your plate. Your entire group has, let alone the village. It is true. I asked you not to mention the tree to anyone other than me. That information, which has caused an unfortunate situation to come up, which is why I have come to speak with you. And I do want to start, though, by saying that I'm very sorry to hear about what's happened with your family.
Thanks. Even if you tell me that there isn't a way, I'm still going to search. But is there a way to get her back?
I am sure with your personality and work ethic that you will find it one day. I don't doubt that for a second.
If it's the last thing I do.
On that note, perhaps something I may not have been clear about when we spoke. You had asked me how old I was, and if you could be so old one day. And I said it would cost you time. And I know it is a sensitive moment, and perhaps ironic that I say this, but just consider it for someone who is almost over 900 years old. Time is precious, Tim.
I know. It's because we're so limited with it that that's what makes it so valuable.
And there's a price that comes with it. And unfortunate beings such as myself grow numb to things that those with a shorter lifespan have feelings for still. Thing is what you're going through right now. So, while you may want to live forever,
No.
for a very, very long time.
I've got a lot of things I want to do, you know?
Yes.
There's a price. I understand.
The circumstance that has come up, we're leaving early
Tonight?
tonight. By the time the sun rises, we will have left.
I guess we don't get a boon, huh?
Wait and see. Check with the elders in the morning.
So, nothing you can do about the tree then? Because I'm not sure that we can handle it.
Oh, no. The tree is why we're leaving. Or at least, I am of the mind that that is why Callus has become so adamant to go.
Well, fuck. Sorry.
It's fine. But for what it's worth, and I mean this, I'm rooting for you in Greystand.
Oh, you're rooting for us, huh? Thanks. Whew, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I needed that.
Well, perhaps our absence will lend some relief to your village. I've always been aware of the pressure we bring with us. Maybe. Unfortunately, this is out of my hands, our departure.
I understand. And I can't exactly complain since I brought it about. Well, I hate to have to wait another 10 years, but I understand. It's always a pleasure to see you, Piety. Thank you.
You as well, Mr. Thomas.
You can just call me Tim.
Tim. Hopefully we will meet again.
I'm counting on it.
Very good. And she departs.
Talk about an age gap.
Yep.
Tim just kind of thinks to himself, I think that might be beyond cougar level.
Yeah.
Is that what he thinks to himself?
What's a cougar?
What's a cougar? Would you like to explain for the class?
No, it's all in pure thought. No words are actually used. It's merely a fluctuation of impulse and very ethereal ideas. This is just the way that I've had to share it with all of you, is by word. The
Tim
concept
possesses the concept of a cougar.
Yes,
No,
but
he
not
knows
the word.
not the
the
means.
terminology.
Yeah.
He doesn't have these words for it, but he's thinking something along those lines. It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
You're still too young for her. You gotta be at least another 10 years.
No, he's not powerful enough. That's the gap.
It's a power gap.
Is Tim going to come tell the group that they're leaving early?
I don't know how, but yeah, he'll stop by the once he's done picking up the pieces, putting them in a sack. He's gonna have to stop by and let you guys know at the tavern if y'all are still there.
I think
Yeah,
we're
it's up
still
to
there.
them.
I don't think it's been that long.
Yeah.
No.
Just the length of that conversation is like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but getting to
20,
the
30
actual
minutes.
farm and picking up those pieces, we're looking at probably an hour total, and then he's got to walk back 20 minutes probably.
Well, worst case
Um,
scenario, you wait till the morning.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I imagine in that time, if everyone was up for it, like when Tim left, Marissa would probably be like, "Hey guys, so idea," and like mention the basket thing of like helpful things for the family. Basically, is the idea,
yeah.
and just talk to the other three.
Okay. All right.
So possible that they're still there too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do need to know if Tim is going to come though, because this is gonna determine if I'm gonna do something really fucking stupid. Because these
Make
useless
that his
fucks
responsibility.
are leaving instead of fucking helping us.
I think it's well within reason that this particular group of individuals would still be at the tavern
Yes.
an hour and a half later.
Oh, I already said I was going to head over and let you know. I can't say no now that I know that Brenda's going to do something stupid. Should have thought of that.
Just assume that Red is gonna do something stupid.
Did I roll for that actually? Wisdom?
With any new
Insight.
information you give Rena, you have to think, how could she use this to do something stupid?
You know what? I just rolled for it, and that's a pretty good roll. I don't think Tim's coming tonight.
It was already decided.
I left it to the dice. All right, you can't
Dice
meta with
decided.
dice. That's a 17.
That is a good roll.
Yeah, and that's just flat wisdom. I could roll history, and it would bump up by about 4 points.
Recurring behavioral things. Yeah.
But is that what's on your mind right now at this point in time? Truly?
He
Well,
eats
that's why
no
he
go.
rolls wisdom.
All
Do
right.
some box breathing after that.
Well, I know what that means. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go to the tavern.
All right.
I got my bell in the sack.
Did Lissa make the bell that quickly?
No,
the
no.
broken bell.
Broken,
bell.
yeah, the shattered.
You're right. You're right.
I've got an idea for an inscription. I won't say it live because I'm not sure when we're getting to the actual funeral, but
Okay.
I think it's nice.
Okay. All right. Well, you arrive back at the tavern.
I feel like I have to ask, just because this is what Ulrich does now when we're at the tavern and he doesn't know what to do. Does anyone play Bloody Knuckles with Ulrich?
No, I like my knuckles intact. It's far easier to swing a hammer when your knuckles aren't bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
All right, so we
Yeah,
have a
so-
very, I'm gonna say, a pretty half-hearted game of Bloody Knuckles between Ulrich and Rena.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Before Tim speaks on it, was he given any? Was he able to? Was it implied, or did he infer that this should be kept quiet? It was just piety, and he has spoken on information or on their conversations out of turn before.
Mm-hmm.
Did it seem like he should not tell people about their departure?
So,
With a 15 or 17 in wisdom, you could take that roll too. If you...
okay. Typically, in the past, she has preferred that your conversations stay between you. She may also be operating with the thought that it's getting late. Like, probably safe to say something now, not have to worry about, the whole village suddenly knowing.
What do I roll for Bloody Knuckles? Whatever it is.
Sleight of hand.
Oh no.
I was gonna put together a formal rule system for Bloody Knuckles.
You are welcome to. That would be amazing.
I'll do my best. I'll see what I can come up with.
11.
Whoa. I rolled better than an 11. With sleight of
Ow.
hand, that's a 19.
Ow.
Ha! Ow, yeah. Prepare your knuckles.
Well.
Oh, Tim, welcome back.
Thanks.
Too busy like.
Thought occurred to me.
So.
Arya, anyone have plans to talk with the envoys?
That's an interesting question.
I did
Yeah.
want to talk to Callus.
I figured I'd go and talk with them. Just wondering if I should grab one of you whenever I do so.
I was interested in speaking with them.
Okay.
Brenna, you as well.
Yeah. You seemed to have a conversation with Callus last time around. Did you get some closure?
Nope.
No.
Nothing. I got that scroll that essentially killed me, and that was it. So,
Alice gave you that scroll?
did I not
Bastard.
say that before? I mean, I found it in the woods.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, guess you should probably go and talk to him tomorrow. Huh. Maybe the next day.
Oh, you bitch. Yeah, I guess I should.
Or you could try tonight. I got these ideas, these thoughts that occurred to me. The past 2 days, I was thinking, I should stop by and talk with Talia. Just kind of unwind and vent. She was always good for that. But I put it off. So, I guess the lesson that I took from everything that I'd gotten today, at least the thing I'd like to remember most, is if you got something to say, try and say it whenever you can.
Can I roll insight? I feel like he's talking in code.
Sure.
Rena looks like she's probably got steam coming out of her ears right now, like, the hamster wheel, going.
Wow.
That is a natural 20. The insight.
Ooh. Tim being cryptic.
It seems like you're trying to suggest something, Tim. Am I reading that correctly? That is an out-of-character question.
Oh.
You said it was?
It's an out-of-character question.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say outright that, my contact in the envoys just told me that they're leaving tonight. But I understand that there are some people that they might have some unresolved
Right.
business, and some do definitely have some unresolved business. And I'm trying to subtly hint that maybe you should take care of that now.
Right.
If you actually can. You should at least try. That's what he's trying to get across. He's not looking to betray trust any further.
I think I'm going to heed your advice, Tim. How much would it cost for me to pay for drinks for the table?
3.
3. Okay. He'll take 3 Electrum, and he'll set that on the table and say, I'll call it a night. Thanks for hanging out. And,
Yeah.
Out the door.
Looking at her bloodied knuckles.
Oh.
Yeah, he dusts off his completely unblemished knuckles. His pristine.
Marissa, those are some nice gloves.
Oh, it's Cassidy actually made them.
Are those the beak lizards? The burrowing lizards?
Yeah.
Very nice. Can't wait to see those in action. All right.
Can't wait to try them out.
Rena just goes, I forgot to tell Anar I got back. Shit!
Yeah, you
This-
did.
I've only been back for like
A
12
full
hours.
day?
Yeah.
No, it's like the end of the day. You've been back for at least a full day.
Well, surely word got around to him. You're out on the river fishing, right? And you were in the tavern?
She wasn't
She was
even
just
fishing,
sitting
just
on the
chilling.
river.
Yeah.
Oh.
And worked for a little bit. So shit.
Yep.
So she's leaving. Bye guys.
I guess I'll go back to my farm too.
Well, before you go,
Yeah, yeah.
would you like a bedtime story?
I don't think I'll be sleeping tonight, story or not, but I appreciate it. I'll take one another time.
Okay. Just
That's
want to return
fucking
the favor.
adorable.
I
Yeah,
appreciate that. I really do.
My
that's
fucking
fucking
heart.
adorable. Yeah.
Give him a hug.
I mean, if you'd take it, she'd probably just kind of be like,
Sure. Yeah.
Bedtime story.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Where's Ulrich going?
He is going straight for the envoys.
Oh, okay. All right. That would be Levana's temple.
Mhm.
You would enter.
Mhm.
They are present. Just seem to be maybe perhaps meditating or something. They're kind of just silently sitting in the pews. But you gain the attention of fear when you enter.
Mhm. I'm gonna think to myself. I'm gonna ask my friend, how forward do you think I can get away with being?
Without pissing them off?
I don't care if I piss them off. I don't want them to kill me.
Oh. Well, they're stronger than us by quite a bit, so, maybe don't insult their honor.
He could probably just tell that Ulrich finds that difficult.
Yeah, what you're thinking right now, stop that.
I'm gonna try. And out loud, he'll just say to the envoys, I have some questions I've been wanting to ask you. And I don't want to wait another 10 years.
Fear is still focused on you. The other two don't. Well, yeah, the other two don't turn to look at you just yet, but she gestures for you to
to speak. Says, have a seat if you'd like. And you can ask your questions.
Ulrich will stand.
Yeah, I figured.
He'll kind of step so that he's kind of in the center of he's in the aisle between the, I don't know if pews is the correct term.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Benches, either one.
I'll say, who is the originator? This person that you speak for?
Hold on one second. I'm just gonna pop. And,
Venerate, maybe.
pop. And where's
I think venerate would be a good word.
Venerate is a good word. I'll remember that.
She says he is the originator. He is the beginning.
Of what?
You are here because he's here.
That doesn't. He's not here. If he was here, he wouldn't need you to speak for him.
The originator is very busy, which is why he does not come with.
Doing what?
Seeing to the rest of this world, checking in on things that are beyond our capabilities. And when she says our, she gestures to Callus and Piety.
So seeing to this world. So everywhere but here? Everywhere but Grey Stand, he sees you personally, but he sends you three here.
I do not know everywhere he goes. He could come here, and you would never know it if he didn't want you to.
But he wants us to know that you come here in his name.
It is our best explanation for why we come here.
The best explanation as you understand it, or the best explanation you're willing to give? Are you saying that you don't understand why you're here completely?
I know why I'm here. I know why we're here. Observing. Testing. Making sure things are not testing. Making sure things are going in a positive direction.
Would you
And
say
if they
that
don't, find why.
This originator, is he dangerous?
How do you mean dangerous?
What I mean is that there's many things going on right now that we don't completely understand, and people are dying. Is the originator just another problem?
No. Never. He sends us here, as well as other places, because he cares. But he does not want to weaken the people by helping too much. If he was a threat, you wouldn't even know it, because you would be dead already. That's not a threat either, that is just the truth.
So there are no places in this world that the originator is not watching and guiding.
Let me think about that answer before I say it.
guiding is not the right word. He's not guiding. He is observing, as we do. And a threat. I have trouble answering this question. I don't understand everything he does or why he even does it. But I wouldn't consider him a threat to your village. As I said, if he were, it wouldn't be an issue for you because you would be dead, all of you, just as quickly as you arrived.
Still haven't answered my last question.
Is he everywhere?
Are you suggesting that there is nowhere in this world that he's not watching?
As he is only one person, there are many places he is not watching. He cannot be everywhere at once. He is not so omnipotent. Part of why ourselves and other envoys that you are not aware of, or you have not met, go out across the planet. World. I use that fucking word again. World.
I think that at least some of the people here are ready to know the truth about the originator. Whenever he's ready to show himself. Because you have to understand that so far I only have your word to go by.
As it has been for many, many years. You've all followed us for... Well, not followed. I apologize. That is not the right word.
I think it might be.
Attended to us? It depends on how your people view us.
I think you're underestimating how the people view you.
It is different everywhere. Some people in some places despise us. They think that we're a threat because they will not listen. Some people do have a level of, I suppose the word is worship. It's hard to say how each individual place feels, though. Your village, from my observation, not to be funny, but they do seem to demonstrate fear. Which, with the exception of Miss Rena, I don't think we've ever actually acted out violently towards your people, so I don't really understand why. But this is only my first visit, so I'm not 100% sure.
You just told us that, you just told me that the person you serve could destroy all of us in an instant.
No one asks those kinds of questions, so... You, well, not here at least, except for you. Not such a forward question. I see no reason to hide that truth from you, but I also told you that he is not a threat to you. He's merely a powerful individual.
You two, then. And he nods towards Callus and Piety.
Oh, They both turn to look at you.
Do you all see things the same way she does? Do you all have the same things to say about the originator?
Piety nods, and Callus says, I don't know why he does things the way he does, or why he does them, but I follow, as we all do.
feel like I understand him less than when I came in here.
I could share that sentiment.
And yet you serve him.
At the very least, for now.
Well, if you see anything in him that you distrust, since you know him so much better than I do, of course, I'd certainly be curious to hear about it. And perhaps the people of this village could live in a little less anxiety if you were to tell us, should your allegiances change, Callus.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Yes, sir.
Now this is how you do it, Rena. Look at this. This man's dancing.
That would be an 11.
Do you have advantage?
Oh.
Or
Inspiration?
inspiration?
I do not have inspiration. I used it in the fight.
Damn, you want to use
Like a
mine?
goob.
You cannot share inspiration.
Just blow it all on one roll.
I would willingly offer everybody else's inspiration because I don't have mine.
Oh.
I
Don't
burned it
worry.
day
Let's
one.
see.
You can ask again in another 10 years.
What's 10 years?
So how did you word it? If there's what in him that you observe?
Oh god. So I replayed the tape. If I think I said something like, if you see anything in him that you don't appreciate, or something like, because Callus said that he serves the originator for now.
Or was that fear?
No.
It
It was
that was
Callus. It was
Callus.
Callus.
Yeah.
You're so worried about him being a threat. But I see some weakness.
Really?
The other two kind of look at him and they are give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Leave.
Yes, sir.
Leave. Don't end up like me. Gonna get yeeted out of a window.
Ooh. That one's a 9.
Hard to tell what the expression on their faces mean.
Okay.
You just weren't meant to know.
Who throws a fish, honestly?
He says,
Me.
I see weakness in how he cares for so many and makes ridiculous choices.
Ridiculous choices. Like what?
I simply find his emotional choices foolish. In what ways he does help with the boons.
So, the originator's too emotional?
Say no more. Think of it if you wish.
Piety, fear. Do you disagree with Callus?
I think it's best if we leave it at that.
Piety is definitely giving you a look of stop. You do not need to roll for the look on your face.
Good night, then.
Mm.
And when you return to the originator and you tell him of this village, tell him that Ulrich sends his regards. And, well, if he's so powerful, we'll see if he knows my name.
Piety just still has her eyes on you, says, "Good night, Ulrich."
He nods low, nearly a bow,
Mhm.
and he just departs.
Okay, and we will end session there.
I thought you were gonna end up getting choked out like Rena.
That's hot.
I mean, you're right.
We'd all learn something about Ulrich today.
Is Callus hot? Like, I don't.
Is Callus hot? JT, is Callus hot?
Depends on what Ren is into.
JT, roll a
Oh, do it.
where'd it be?
D10. That's the scale for hotness, right? 1
Yeah,
to
1 to
10.
10.
I feel like that's too swingy. How about 2d4 plus 2?
I'm not rolling to see how hot he is.
I'm gonna roll 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
Hey, you know the roll. It's 1d20 plus your con modifier minus 6.
No.
Little did
Oh,
we know
there's a
the
minus 6
real
on there
reason
now?
Renner
Yeah.
went back to Callus.
Yeah, always has been.
Callus is a 3.
Oh. Yeah.
No.
Never mind.
I just
That's
don't believe
exciting.
it. He's tall. He must be pretty fugly.
Roll how
Yeah.
hot your character finds them. How would I perceive that? Same thing? I don't know.
I guess. I don't
mean,
know.
It's up to
No.
Rena.
Ulrich's not into him, I guess, is what we
Maybe Rena finds assholes attractive. That seems to be the metric right now.
Lenar's not an asshole.
No. If she likes him, I mean,
Oh, okay.
because
Alright.
that's what he's got.
So we said it was 2d4 plus 2. Right? Was that the roll?
Yeah.
I think that's a good roll.
I don't know.
Give you a range of 3 to 10. It's got a nice average.
I rolled
It's
a
got
7,
stick
so fuck me.
7.
got a
Not
good
a
grip,
fan.
I guess.
Ooh,
Ah,
ooh.
That's good. Yeah, I was saying that's
next week.
Got some
All right.
confused feelings.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Have a good night. We
Yeah,
will,
good night, guys.
The podcast portion will be up on Friday. The VOD will be on YouTube on Thursday. You can get the links in our link tree. Thank you so much. We'll see you next Tuesday.
It was a lot of fun. Sleep well,
Goodbye.
everyone.
Yeah.
bye.
Bye-bye.